Today, all yours.
Thank you. I would like them to release the report first. Just hold up the report for a photograph and it's released. The report is very interesting, and I'd like to thank our friends at ENY for putting this together and for FICCI for this event. And as he's already talked about the potential of the power of tourism and what we hope to unleash, I hope over the next few minutes you can see what the power of this could be. For that, we have a very power-packed panel this afternoon. But before that, I'd like to welcome Michael Ellis to speak about unleashing the power of film tourism. Mike is the boss of Asia, and he has enormous experience in this, and I think I know him for the longest time, almost 13, 14 years. He's come back to India after 3 years, and he's going to tell us about unleashing the power of film tourism.
Well, first of all, thank you very much for the opportunity to be here and for FICCI for allowing us to do this event, and Uday and for all that you do for the industry, not just the Hollywood industry, but also the local industry as well. We are all better served by having Uday at the table working with us. We heard this morning from the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting how important the industry was. We certainly want to be part of that, looking at ways as how we can improve the overall situation so that the filmmakers can actually make films here in a more efficient, effective, and hopefully financially secure way. So the topic is unleashing the power of the film and tourism industry. It's very clear that the box office in Asia...
Last time you said 20 countries. So far,
I've shot in over 34 countries.
absolutely. And you totally understand the frustrations. You totally understand the frustrations of shooting in a city like Mumbai or in this country, and the problems that you face while shooting it, and the need for film commissions, and what you think would be beneficial if you had a single window. How would you react differently if you had easy shooting ability, ease of doing business as we were talking about nowadays? Would you think that having a film commission here as a nodal entity and you just go there, get a film shoot, will make you relocate and make films in India as well?
See, what is important for me to say is that while as a filmmaker from India, I've been traveling to various parts of the world, and the world has opened its arms to Bollywood, which is very heartening, because the world has recognized the power of Indian movies, because every fifth person walking on this planet is an Indian. And there's a very famous saying that wherever Bollywood goes, tourists follow. You're talking about a population of more than 200 million people, middle class audience, Indian. Forgetting the Pakistanis, the Sri Lankans, the Bangladeshis, if you add them, it's a phenomenal number. They all decide where to go for their next vacation. And mind you, the Indian middle class is flush with funds. They decide their holidays from the movies they see. And we might not have the budgets compared to Hollywood, but in terms of tourism, I can tell you one thing: we are miles ahead of what Hollywood can do in terms of tourism, what we can do, because we have the sheer numbers, the magical numbers. I'll give you a very small incident where a couple of years back, I'd gone for the Locarno Film Festival, and I was having lunch with the Honorable President Joseph Dias of Switzerland. While having lunch, he said a very interesting thing. He said, "Mr. Bal, I've got a problem with you, Bollywood producer." And my hand froze. I said, "My God, what's the problem?" And he started laughing. He said, "No, you can continue, nothing serious." But I said, "No, please tell me what's the problem." And he told me a very interesting thing. He said that a couple of years back, it was in the city of Interlaken in the summer. There were more than 500,000 Indian tourists there. And they had come there and there was no accommodation. They didn't have the hotels for hundreds of Indians in that place. And they were saying, why are they all here? Why are they not going to other parts of Switzerland? And to their horror, they discovered that my dear friend Mr. Yash Chopra, he had made one popular film of his, and that was shot in Interlaken. And that's how the Indians who saw that popular film, seeing the popular actors, decided to go there. So he said, I've got an offer. Please call a good team of producers of your guild at no cost. We will sponsor them to go and shoot at other places which are like St. Moritz. They're all beautiful. So that next year we don't have this problem. That the tourists can go to the rest of the country too. So this is the part. What I mean to say is that even a decibel of the population of the country decide to go to your country after seeing the popular actors, you can have an avalanche. So what I want to say that though the world is open to us, which gives me tremendous joy as a filmmaker because we like to capture, we have dream merchants, we sell dreams, and especially our movies, our kind of movies, has got a lot of romance, a lot of music to it. So we take them to a world which, especially to the poor man on the streets of a country who can never in his real life actually go and visit those countries. We make him visit those countries, visit those beautiful locations with their favorite actors, singing those lovely romantic songs. So we just translate them into a world which is full of joy and fantasy. And that's what we are, our speciality is, our kind of movies is. While we offer that to them, unfortunately here, we don't have that support system from our government. Our government is just waking up that we need to have a single window. But I say better late than never. In fact, today in our panel, there was supposed to be a minister from the state of Maharashtra where we are sitting now, to be here in this panel discussion. And I was looking forward to that because I had very serious questions to ask. But unfortunately for me, unfortunately for her, that she was not here because then she was in for a very serious debate with me. Having said that, India, it doesn't give me joy, but the time comes when you have to do some plain talking. You have all the agencies here which is corrupt, which is full of manipulations, red tape. Me, I especially don't work with stars. And because I don't work with stars, it works out better for me to shoot abroad than to shoot in my own country. And the reason is because I don't want to go through the agony of dealing with the government agencies, whether it's the police, whether it's the traffic police, whether it's the municipal corporation people, they are corrupt. And that, I don't take pride in it, I feel ashamed about it. Well, my foreign colleagues are here with me, respected people are there, how beautiful they make the whole process of filming in their respective countries. It is that difficult and ugly. But being the president of the guild, being a filmmaker who's only 68 films young, I would say not old, I will not give up. I will see to it, there is a ray of hope that this present government intends to change the way things are moving. So I will be optimistic and hope that things are, we need a commission, a film commission, which should not be in the hand of the government, because again, if you give it to the hands of the government, there will be again a complete mess. A, they will not understand the film culture, the film language. So if in case there is a film commission, it has to be something which is going to be a partnership between the guild and the government, so that we can facilitate. There's so many people who come to me and they say, we're having this problem, we want to shoot it. Because India is a beautiful country. It has got the deserts, it's got the mountains, it's got the snow-capped mountains, it's got the forest, it's got the coastal line, it's got everything. But the tragedy is that we don't have the system in the right way. for filmmakers. It's a delight for a filmmaker to come and shoot here because there's so much of diversity in terms of the landscape. It has so much to offer. It's a mystical land. It's a land full of magical locations. But what we need is the infrastructure, which unfortunately we don't have. But as I say, I'm an optimist, and I would want that structure to be laid where we can facilitate our friends, filmmakers from all over the world to come. The way I go, I would love that day to come soon, where I can welcome them and capture the beauty of our country. Thank you.